What's up, YouTube, and welcome to my channel, Home Cooking with D South Gal. My name is Dana. Today what I'm going to be doing, I'm cooking for my family. It's Sunday, so I'm going to be making homemade crawfish etouffee. This is a real simple recipe, very, very delicious. You can cook it at home. We normally eat that with on top of a bed of rice. It's kind of like a stew. You could have a side like maybe green beans. We're gonna have a salad, simple salad today. And I'll probably, you could also have it with fried catfish. Now, what we do with the fried catfish, we call that here catfish Ettouffee. So some people will do a bed of rice with the fried catfish on top of the bed of rice and then pour the crawfish etouffee on top of it. But there's anything in this recipe that I am putting in there that you're allergic to or something that you just don't particularly care for, you don't like, you can omit it. You know, use what you have at home. Today I had to rep my LSU football team. Son's first year there, national championships, yes. So, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to get into this recipe and I'm going to show you what you all will need to make this recipe. So just bear with me. This is my first video. And I'm very excited to be doing this today. So, give me one moment. I'm going to show you what you're going to need for this video. All right, guys. So, to make this recipe, what we're going to use today, I have 1 can of Rotel Tomatoes. I have a can of cream of celery, golden mushroom soup, cream of mushroom soup. I have 3 medium-sized onions, 2 tablespoons of garlic, 1 green bell pepper. I used 2 bell peppers in this, but I decided to use half of a red bell pepper, half of a yellow bell pepper. To me, the colored bell peppers are sweeter, so it gives a good flavor. I also am using a bunch of green onions, 4 ribs of celery. I have 3 packs, that's 3 pounds, of crawfish tails. Now, for the crawfish tails, I use Louisiana brand. They are quite expensive. They're about $17 a pound. However, you can buy Bernard's or whichever one you choose. Bernard's is made in China. I don't particularly care for those. They have a little more of a fishy taste to me. If you like them, you like it, I love it. Use whatever you choose to use. 2 sticks of butter to cook your seasoning in. I have parsley flakes, Tony Satcher's Creole Seasoning, black pepper, sea salt, onion powder, garlic powder. If any of these you are allergic to, you can't use, or you just don't like, please omit it from this recipe. Make it your own. This is what I used to cook mine. You know, but you can omit anything that you don't like. If you would rather use a medium, use a medium. If you don't like tomatoes, don't use it. It's up to you. Make this recipe yours. I'm going to go ahead and cut my seasoning up, and then I'll be right back. So I have all of my seasoning cut up here. I have my butter melting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add all of my seasoning to that butter. And we're going to cook it until it's translucent. So basically until all your seasoning is pretty much cooked down. And then I opened all of my cans. And I also opened up, these are the 3 pounds of crawfish. And like I said, you don't want to rinse that off, because what the crawfish is cooking in, what the crawfish is seasoned with, is what it was cooked in. And also you have the fat from the crawfish, which you don't want to lose that because it gives it a lot of flavor. So see, we have the seasoning here. I have that pretty much coated in the butter really good. And I'm going to go ahead and throw a lid on this, let this cook down, and then I'll be back. So in the meantime, in between time, you guys, I did find some catfish that I defrosted and I cut into strips. So I'm going to show you also how to make some southern fried catfish. Now, what I didn't tell you guys, and I do apologize, is I did not add the garlic to the seasoning that I dumped in there. The reason being is because garlic burns. So I'm going to add this once my seasoning has become cooked all the way. Okay? And I'm going to go ahead and rinse the catfish off again and make sure it's dried, and then I'm going to show you how to season the catfish. All right, guys. So I took my catfish strips that I had, or nuggets, or whatever you want to call them, and I put garlic powder, onion powder, Tony Satcher's Creole Seasoning, pepper, lemon pepper, parsley flakes, and mustard. Now, my cousin's wife is the one that told me about the mustard. Sorry, y'all, the seasoning has me choking. So, all I'm going to do is, I'm going to take and I'm going to rub this seasoning into my catfish. Really, really good. Oh, and I put some Louisiana hot sauce. So, I'm going to rub all of it, make sure it gets coated very well. And I don't know what it is about the mustard, but that mustard like really, really, really elevates the catfish. Our seasoning is still cooking for the crawfish etouffee. It takes a while. It's not quick. I think more of your preparation time takes the longest, having to cut up all that seasoning and having to cook it down before we add the rest of our ingredients. So I figure while we're doing this, let's go ahead and prepare our catfish. And you want to make sure it all gets just evenly coated, like so. And what we're going to do, we're going to, this is the fish fry that I use, the wallet style fish fry by Zatarain's, the seasoned one with the real lemon added. It's got a really good flavor. It is seasoned, but trust me, the seasoning that we put in there is going to elevate it. And I just stick this in a Ziploc bag. And I'm going to go ahead and just add some of the catfish to the bag. And then we'll tussle it around in there, make sure it's evenly coated. Can't wait till I get a tripod. This is my first video. I'm sorry if it sucks. But I'm having to make do right now until I can get some more equipment. Hopefully so I can use both hands when filming. So, alright, we'll get that like so. Try and squeeze some of that out of there. And how many of y'all use bleach? I'm gonna have to bleach my sink after this, especially after chicken and fish. No matter what I'm using, I put a cap full of bleach and soap and water and clean my sink out. But I like to clean as I'm cooking, so that's why I have my soapy water right there. But yeah, this is pretty much, tussle this around here, and it'll coat your fish for you. Alright, so let's go over here. We're going to check on our seasoning that we have cooking. Alright, let's see what we got going. Alright, yeah, this is cooking up pretty good. Still got a little ways to go because we don't want them big chunks of onion to be, some of them are still white, so we want it to be kind of clear like this but cooked down. So sorry for that steam, but yeah, that's pretty much what we want. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and cover this back up. At this time, you actually can go ahead and add your garlic. Let's go ahead and do that. Make sure we get all of it out. Like I said, it's hard doing this with one hand, but until I get a tripod or something to hold my phone for me and get a good camera, this will have to do. Alright. So I'm going to cover this up, guys, and I will be back. Okay, guys. So this is kind of what we want, the consistency we're looking for. Pretty much everything is pretty much clear. So now we want to go ahead and add our soup. the golden mushroom, cream of mushroom. I can get all of it out. As I said, it's hard to do this with this one hand. Oh, I'm sorry, this is the cream of celery. And this is the cream of mushroom. Try to get all of that in there. And you can Rotel tomatoes. Like I said, if Rotel is too hot for you, they do offer a mild kind. You can definitely use that. If not, you can use like some stewed tomatoes, anything that you have. I like the Rotel. So we want to go ahead and stir this really, really good. And we're going to cook this for about 30 minutes on low heat. And then we're going to go ahead, once we're, this cooks down, and you're not going to add any water to it, but once this cooks, we're going to go ahead and add our parsley flakes to it. It asks for a bunch of parsley. I have some parsley flakes already, so I'm probably going to just eye it. But, yeah, so we're going to go ahead and let this cook down. And then once that cooks for about 30 minutes, then I'll be back and we'll go from there. Alright guys, so we're back. So this is the consistency that we have right now. This is after 30 minutes of cooking. So now what we want to do is we want to add our parsley flakes. That's probably about a half of a cup. Let's see, yeah, about a half a cup. So you want to go ahead and stir them in. Maybe a little more than a half, probably about 3/4 of a cup. Stir them in real good, and we want to add our crawfish tails. I have my crawfish tails added. Go ahead and break them up in there. Give it a good stir. Now around this time, I like to add my my seasoning. So I eye everything. I don't know the exact measurements. I just season to taste. So I suggest that you do the same thing. So we have our Tonys. So Tonys. We have our garlic powder. Like I said, I just eye it and I season to taste. Next we're going to add some onion powder. And we're going to add some black pepper. I'm going to add some sea salt. I'm not going to add a whole lot of salt, only because the Tonys is already salty. So add a little bit of the sea salt. And I'm going to add some cayenne pepper. You really don't need a lot of this, but I like my food spicy. After all, we are in Louisiana and we're known for our spicy foods. Alright. It's looking really, really good. So now, since we've added our seasoning and everything, what you want to do, we're going to cover this back up, and you want to cook it for about 20 minutes. Get that seasoning cooked in there, get that crawfish heated up and cooked. And once we're done with that, I will be back to show you the finished product, and also when it gets close time to the end of cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and fry that catfish up. So the catfish, we want that still to be hot. All right, now I'll be back. So I have about 8 minutes left of the cooking for the etouffee. I went ahead and I got my grease hot, so I'm gonna go ahead and if you want to know what that is floating in the grease, that's some of the batter I just put to test it to see if it was hot. Because you want your grease hot, so go ahead and fry your catfish. So I'm going to go ahead and add my catfish. And I just fry this until they're golden brown. Now, I buy the catfish fillets. You can buy catfish nuggets. I don't like to buy the nuggets because they still have some of the skin on the back of them. Fillets are completely filleted without the skin. That skin to me makes your catfish a little like slimy. So I prefer to buy the whole fillets and then cut them up myself. So we're gonna go ahead and add this. And probably like takes maybe, it won't take too long, but to get it to consistency you want maybe about 10 minutes of frying. So go ahead and we got that going. And let's just go ahead and take a peek at our etouffee. Looks really, really, really good. And you want it to be kind of thick. You don't want it to be real soupy. Look at that. How good that looks. It's gonna be so good. Cover that back up, let that finish cooking. Now we're gonna go ahead and keep the eye on our catfish. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna fry this catfish up, and once it gets to consistency, I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's done, and I'll go ahead and plate it up for a thumbnail and let you guys see the finished product. Okay, I got my rice, crawfish etouffee. I made some brown and served dinner rolls, and my fried catfish strips. Hope you guys like this video. If you will, comment down below, hit that like button, and subscribe to my channel for some more great recipes. Thanks for watching.